Hello everybody, welcome to Tamiyo's journal. My name is Tom and I'll be your chronicler, and we're here today to play some Magic. So what goes on in the journal is we take games from paper and bring them over to Arena, show you guys some of the fun decks we've been playing, kind of tips and tricks on how to play them. If you want to go check out the full article on how the games went, please check out the website tamiyosjournal.com, and if it's not too much trouble to ask, do the usual YouTube stuff like subscribe, leave a comment. So let's jump in and check the deck out today. So this is Izzet Slingers, and it's very similar to the Crackling Drake strategy from last season, but what I've basically done is taken out the Crackling Drakes, chucked in a couple of the new War of the Spark cards. I really have had a lot of fun with it in testing. I hope it's going to go well today, but yeah, kind of the best way of talking about this deck is that really it's just spell slinging. It's something that I've started off playing Magic. One of the first decks I built was the Crackling Drake deck because it was a budget deck. This is obviously very similar. There's only one rare in the main board. It's not even necessary though, to be honest. You could probably change out Mirari Conjecture for something else. I just think it's a really cool card, so I left it in. And yeah, the kind of rest of the deck's just 1 mana, 2 mana spells that let you just churn through your deck super quickly. You've got things like Goblin Electromancer to make them all really cheap. You've got Discovery Dispersal to kind of filter through your deck. Lots of scrying effects. You've got lots of card draw, Ops, Tormenting Voices, Crash Throughs, just to keep drawing cards to find your win conditions. I think it's a really fun way to play, and I'm very excited to try it out on this. Sidebar wise, we've got things like Electrostatic Field to kind of deal with aggro, Gutter Snipe to kind of help against control with Search for Scanta. Kismita's Transmutations, very good at hitting the God cards at the moment. Murmuring Mystic just as another way of token generation. Narset to shut down control, stop them drawing cards. Ralstorm Conduit, just as like everyone says it's a broken card because you can copy a lot of stuff. I think it probably is, to be honest, but yeah, no, we haven't got the Ral combo in there either. We've got Expansion Explosions just as kind of ways for acting as extra counter spells for ourselves. If the game goes super late, we can hit our opponent with an explosion for quite a lot as well. And yeah, so we'll go talk about a couple of the extra cards to make this deck really good fun. So to start us out, we've got Narcisse Reversal. It's a card that I really want to test out. Obviously, it's really good at winning counter wars, basically. Being able to kind of copy a spell and then return it to your owner's hand, as long as, it's a bit unfortunate your owner gets it back. It's not just a straight counter, but you never know, it might come in handy. Goblin Electromancer, obviously making all your spells super cheap. This card is just such an enabler. I would never chuck it back if you've got it in your opening hand. Even if you're running low on everything else, you're going to be churning through the deck so quickly anyway, it doesn't matter. Contingence Plan's another kind of card that I'm just testing out. It's 1 mana, 2 mana card draw potentially with Proliferate on it. There's not too many things that our Proliferate can hit, but at the end of the day, you're able to hit your Invade the City token and also Saheeli. So potentially really good kind of synergies there if it's needed, and just a little bit of flavor as well. I mean, it's got a little bit of Izzet flavor text, which he is the Izzet master. So, really kind of interesting kind of ways to kind of just keep going. There's so many 1 mana, 2 mana spells that you can use in these kind of decks, but I'm just testing out a couple of things at the moment. So Saheeli Sublime Artificer is our kind of answer for Enigma Drake when we're swapping these things around. Being able to make a 1/1 token every time you cast an instance or sorcery, which you're pretty much going to be doing every turn. It's going to be really good. You're going to make a really super wide board state, which could be really funny. And yeah, the -2 on Saheeli, being able to kind of copy a artifact or another creature you control until end of turn. If you've got a massive Invade the City token, you then have 2 Invade the City tokens, Other than that, there's not much you're going to be copying else in this deck. I mean, I think Saheeli's a fantastic card. It would probably work in an artifact deck as well, but again, it's just like a cheaper Murmuring Mystic with no evasion, which, could be really good fun, because all you're going to do is just make a ton of tokens, especially even if you have Murmuring Mystic down, potentially some kind of argument to put Quasi-Duplicate into this deck as well. Finally, we've got Thud as well over here, which, I obviously love Thud. It's a great card, but it's kind of a combo win in this deck as well. If you can get through 20 spells in your deck, and then obviously, or 19 as well, and just cast a Thud, on an Invade the City token, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. So it's a 4 mana 2 card combo. It's not that hard to kind of hit, especially if you're churning through most of your deck, since it's all cantrips as well. So Invade the City is kind of our big finisher. It's an amass token generator where X is the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. Unfortunately, this doesn't hit XL cards as well, so it's not as good as Crackling Drake. But yeah, I think obviously, it's something a bit flavorful and try something new for War of the Spark. I think it's a really good build around. Being able to hit it with things like Thud, obviously, you're going to deal a ton of damage to your opponent. Being able to copy it with the Saheeli artifact kind of combo as well is really good. And yeah, I think this card is pretty decent. I don't think it's as good as Enigma Drake because obviously the evasion, or as Crackling Drake for that matter, but trying something new, a little bit different, obviously keeping it on a budget as well, which is quite nice. And yeah, I think obviously in kind of regards to adding this into the Drakes deck, I'm not entirely sure, because we've seen a lot of kind of Instants and Sorceries Matters cards in the last 3 sets, and there seems to be a critical mass of how many you can put into your deck without having to override how many cantrips you're putting in as well. So we'll give this one a shot. Maybe I'll try adding it into Enigma Drakes at some point, but really looking forward to trying it out. Just a quick side note as well, there's only going to be one game today. It's actually my birthday this week, so I'm really busy trying to organize stuff for the weekend, because yeah, you know, I've got things to do and go out and see a lot of people and stuff. So hopefully you enjoy, hopefully this one goes well, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you very much. Cheers. So Pincho, best of luck. So we'll take the play. Probably not the worst idea. Radical ideas, crash throughs, Heelys. As long as our opponent isn't on some sort of discard, I'm happy. We'll draw a land. Could have maybe played a crash through. Llanowar for our opponent. Cool. So just play blue, pass turn. I want to keep all our cantrips for when Saheeli comes down. The great thing about Saheeli is 5 loyalty. It's pretty crazy. So opponent's on Gruul. Spellbreaker. Something big. Draconic Disciple. That's okay. So we're going to Radical Idea at the end of turn. Let's make sure we hit something good. Contingent Plan's okay. More card draw. Cool. So going to play a Mountain. Play our Saheeli and pass turn. Don't think our opponent's going to be able to kill it. But let's see what they play next. So we've got some great things against aggro strategies. We've got loads of kind of electrostatic fields and gutter snipes and stuff that we can just sit and ping people down with. Might play some sort of hasty threat here. A bit of a shame. Ripjaw. It's not too bad actually. If they played anything with haste there, we'd be in trouble, but that's fine. So this is where things start getting a little bit nuts. So we're gonna first of all surveil, draw a card, make a token. Yeah, we're gonna keep both of those. So we're just gonna draw, make another token, draw, make another token. So we got 3 tokens now, one with trample, and just pass. So it's probably gonna start sending Ripjaw. Gonna be able to start drawing cards as well. A lot of mana for them, but ooh, some sort of green-red dragons deck. Like it. So we're just gonna block with a token. Let our opponent draw, but that's okay. So, what do we need to win this? That's a bit of a threat. So probably go opting first. Make token. Bottom our land. Discard contingent plan. Just gonna keep our tokens back at the moment, I guess. We can threaten to block Ripjaw next turn. Transform that. Since our opponent's gonna hit it with Rekindling. But it's okay, we've got Invade the Cities ready. 6/6, 7/7, 8/8. And a load of tokens. So we're set up. We should be okay. If our opponent plays Fiery Cannonade, we might not be as okay. But so yeah, just gonna let those die. Don't need to chuck away tokens just yet. Opponent's got a lot of mana, so I might play something like Lathas or something. This is the deck I think it is. No, it just passes. Fair. So we're gonna Radical Idea first. See if we can find a thud. Nope, continue plan. So we get done our first big threat. So So we want to leave these in the graveyard. We don't want to just pop them out straight away. So yep, make a nice 7/7. It's gonna get huge if it all goes down. So we'll get in. Probably lose a token here. So put in some 15. Makes dragon. Gets counter. So I can swing back for 9. So what we need to do is really find a thud. And then we're going to have this big thing that's going to thud everything. So I don't think our opponent's going to be able to get rid of a 7/7. Red-green removal tends to not be just direct murder effects, so we'll see. See how they decide to attack. Yep, sends in that. Oh, keeps that back. Okay, gets in for 5. So contingent plan first. Yep, get a nice short token on that as well. Opt. Island to the bottom. And that's the card we're looking for. So we amass. Sacrifice an 18/18 and it's a lot of damage. Resolves? Resolves. So yeah, I like it. I think it's a fun combo. It's definitely not the best, but so we're gonna bring in some Casminas, we're gonna bring in some Stag Fields, we're gonna bring in some Rowls, we're gonna bring in some Gar Snipes. Gonna go down Electromancer, gonna go down 1 Sahili, 1 Mararis, we don't need that. Keep the Lava Coils, down to Radical Idea because we're gonna just start chucking them. Narcisse can come out. Chart Course, I don't think we're gonna be on the attack too much. The discard's not very useful either. I go down to maximum base velocity. Gonna bring in the Murmurings as well. I think we just want to go slightly bigger in case they do start getting those big threats out. At least we can start blocking Rekindling Phoenix that way. So we're gonna go down 1 Radical and go down the other maximized velocity. So see what our opponent does. Best of luck. But yeah, I really like the Izzet kind of way of just being able to churn through most of your deck. So that's pretty good. We'll keep that. A little bit of card draw nice and early. Find a way to deal with Llanowar. Last turn. Opponent's got red. Yep, so we're stopped. Yeah, we'll keep another one. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good card, as we know. So, yep, just play contingency. So we're just gonna start looking for things we need. Cycling through. I guess the initial part of the deck is mostly just cycling, but we don't just chuck away Chart Course and then have to discard a card for no reason. So, ooh, Parison Shard. Ah, so it must be some sort of combo deck. Nice. So we're gonna opt, take our other invade the city, play another contingent plan. This opponent's played out a lot of stuff, but egg. Should have maybe thought about bringing in fiery cannonades or something. So that just dies. Does it? No, it doesn't. Nice. So do that, get scry.
Storms are like a symphony, and I am a great conductor.
Oh, I want to keep it. Just in case. Just for safety measure. Everyone's got a ton of mana. Can't quite kill Ral yet, but we can get 2 tricks of... Wow. God, yeah. Even better, we can get 2 invade the cities next turn, so... Well, no we can't. If we send everything at Ral. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you should be hitting Ral, mate. Oh. Did a bit of mana counting. No, just going for it. Okay, puts on 10. So we're going to Dante Growl.
There's a storm coming your way.
Growl triggers. Ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. Make an 8/8. Put it in tapped. Pass turn. So we got a blocker now at least. Yep, it's okay. So I'm not going to be sending these in. Not that stupid, are they? Yeah, that's fine, man. Have a 3/2. It's okay. So, yep. So we'll opt first. Ping our opponent. Land to the bottom. Ah. Good work, Shuffler. Doing your job. Get rid of that. Make that a 1/1. Copy.
There's plenty more where that came from.
So yep, just start pinging our opponent. So we got the 20/20 on the board. Not going to swing in with it obviously because we'd die in the backswing potentially. But it's there. So we just need to find the thud. We've got 1 more copy with Ral if we need it. Oh, God, if our opponent has a bounce effect, then we're knackered. But we'll see what happens. Ooh. A little bit scared, to be honest. Putting passes. So we can down tick with Ral, get the effect. Chart course, draw 4. Discard Steam Vents. Discard another Steam Vents. Radical idea. Deal a little bit of damage to our opponent. Yep. And again, not attacking into it. So opponent's gonna make a dragon. Ooh, the clock is on. Nice. Very nice. So, yep. Where is our thud? Halfway through the deck. Come on. So knowing our opponent can jump everything we're doing. No. No. So we can make a massive amass token that can't do anything. That's unfortunate. So opponent jumps with the Llanowar. You better. Gets a 2/2. That's a bit unlucky. Good sport at least. Gets in with his dragon crew. Nice. So a bit unfortunate there. Let's see if we can find our thuds. So I'm gonna pop another Legerdman's back in because if we get that down early, it's pretty good. Let's get rid of a negate. We don't really need that. It's tempting. Tempting. But yeah, we'll run it like that, see what happens. So, the final battle. We'll take the play here. Risky. Very risky. Going to keep. Gonna pray that we hit land. But I don't want to chuck that away. And turn one Lanamore. Opt. It's not bad. Pseudo land. Hey, there we go. So yeah, if we get down Electromancer, it's gonna make everything really, really cheap. I think we got better time against this deck, so. Haha. As I suspected. So we can start making more tokens with Murmuring as well. Oh, here we go. So this is how it was meant to go. So we got Cheap and Mass, we've got Murmuring Mystic coming down. Oh, Grow from the Ashes, nice. So opponent ramping out pretty big. We too can do that. So to set up with Saheeli first. I came for a free 2 damage. So yeah, next turn Murmuring. Make a ton of tokens just to keep blocking all their stuff, and then we just have to basically keep cycling through. Nice. That's fine. Land destruction. So draw first. Make token. Yeah, we just want Saheeli to get that. We don't want haphazard bombardment tokens to get more. Get rid of that. So yeah, just need another way to find a land consistently. So I think we're gonna. No, I'm gonna keep those. They're good. Game for 2. See what our opponent does. I'm guessing they must have things like Star of Extinction as well. So plays a land. Targeting your land. So yeah, just get rid of Murmuring. Gets rid of our Saheeli as well, which is quite annoying. So that puts us down to 2. Nice. That is some ramp they've got going. So yep. Plan. Yeah, not proliferating. We just need to get back up to 4 mana. I'm not going to say it's not possible. It's definitely possible. Like, your opponent's got nothing. We may only have 1 land. But by golly, it'll do the trick. As long as they don't have another haphazard bombardment. Oh, gets him for the 1 chip. So again, pass. So we get on counter snipe. Offer up as a blocker. Again, if they start Extinction again, might be a bit of an issue. Pay for his team vents. So start targeting our opponent. Okay, pass. So 9. We're nearly there. Who can combo off first? Oh, careful. So again, just get another 2 in. So yeah, opponent's obviously not going to star their whole board now that their little eggs have disappeared. But we shall see what happens. Ideally... Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that. That's fine. We're okay. I think we've got them. The land destruction nearly spooked me, but I think we've got them. So we deal 2. Make it with creature. 15/15. So yep, super lucky drawing the thought there. But yeah, obviously you're cantripping enough that I think you're gonna get it done. I really like this deck. I think if you've got the cards for it, it's definitely worth it. You know, there's not too many mythics you have to chuck away. Yeah, we'll jump over to the post game and have a quick review. And thanks for watching. Cheers. So the deck actually won there, which is a little bit surprising, but yeah, I think it's obviously really good fun. You're just chucking spells around. I think you can be really lenient with kind of the opening hands you keep because you know you're going to be able to hit scry things. Arguably, we can maybe even cut some of the lands, to be honest, because you know you're just scrying them away. You only really need 4 or 5 mana to kind of get everything up. Obviously, against control, I think it would be a different story, but you never know. I mean, you are cantripping really quickly. Crackling Drake and Enigma Drake did okay last season against them, so you never know. I really think that as a budget deck, this works extremely well. It's really easy, it's really fun to play. And to be honest, you just have so much fun as well, just casting tons and tons of spells each turn. I think, yeah, there's definitely arguments to maybe put Niv Mizzet in or something like that as kind of the end, kind of big finisher, but yeah, I haven't quite figured it out. I think Niv Mizzet is probably one of my favorite cards from Guilds of Ravnica and the 3 sets I've actually played as well, so I'm kind of swithering whether or not Turbo Niv or kind of versions like this are a lot more fun with kind of Expansion Explosion. I'm a big kind of Izzet fan anyway, so yeah, I think the kind of notable changes from this deck, I think build it the way you want to play it, to be honest. If you want to kind of be a little bit more control-y, you can add more kind of counter spells like Ionize or, you know, Disdainful Stroke, Quench, Spell Pierce. You could probably make a whole counter deck out of it, to be honest, and still have some fun with it. As long as you're able to kind of protect your finishers with things like Dive Down and stuff like that. Another cheap cantrip that's, you know, possible for going into the deck. Yeah, I think Izzet at the moment is so versatile and there's so many different ways you can build it, and as long as you're having fun with it and, you know, throwing spells around like a nutter, I'm sure it'll be good. So thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Obviously, I'm away out on Thursday night, so potentially if, you know, anyone's around leaving comments, I might be a little bit slow to respond, but I'll do my best. Hope you guys all have an amazing weekend as well, and I will speak to you all again soon. Cheers. So the most important part of Magic for me is the community, and I would absolutely love for you guys to get involved as well. If you have any kind of deck tips or decks that you'd like to share, if you just pop me a message over on social media, I'll be able to take a look, try and give you some help and kind of tips and tricks on how I would get around building things, and yeah, we can all just kind of share this together as well, which would be great. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like what you saw, you know, please do the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe. We've also got our page over on Patreon as well if you want to support the channel further. There's going to be some sweet perks up on there. And if you do want to see how the paper games went as well, please check out the full article over on our website, tamiyosjournal.com. So Tamiyo's Journal is also part of the Creators Quarter community. This is basically a group of us that have been working together to generate some great Magic content, and you'll be able to find all their stuff in the playlist in the top right, just over here. And if you're looking for more standard content, why not check out the rest of our playlist over here as well. So thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you again soon. Cheers.